Okay, it says I'm live. I just need to figure out how to see it. So hold on one second. This is a new platform for me. So I can see the chat. Hold on, I gotta go to live chat. But I can't see what you're seeing. So give me a second. Okay, you can see my yarn. And is everything upside down? Yes. Okay. So my hands are okay. It's gonna be upside down. I don't know how to fix that, y'all. I apologize. Hi, Sam. Thank you for joining us. We got Rose Tube Magic Frog, Camille, and Sam. And hi, Chuck. I'm trying to figure out this new platform so I can see all the chat. Are you all in the horizontal? Oh, see, you can see me looking at my process there, but everything's upside down. I'm trying to figure out how I can fix that. I mean, because that's annoying, right? Like if my hands are at the top. Is that okay? I mean, if it's okay, then I'll leave it like this. But that's upside down. That's easy enough. I can turn that. That's my row counter. Okay. In the horizontal, you can go for either. Okay. Look and see what's going on. Sniper Boofy. I just need to see, Camille, if you could go over in the vertical and see if that chat is any different. Can you rotate the camera the other way? I can. It's just going to be tricky. I'm going to cover it up. Well, no, let's see what I can do. Oh. Hold on one moment, please. Technical difficulties. Let's see if I can get this rotated with my crazy. Hi there. Okay. Do you all prefer that? Is that better? It's going to be a mess there for a second. Did I make it better? So it's this way. I apologize for the... Is the sound okay? Also, I didn't ask about my audio. Okay, sorry. See, this is the right direction now, right? Oh my goodness. I'm sorry, y'all. It's this new format. I've never had to switch that before. This is the direction you want it, right? This way. Oh, sorry, that was my fault. I will get this set up. It's just going to take me a minute because that's what I needed to do. Okay. Well, darn it. I didn't have to unhook it and do all that crazy stuff I just did. I needed to rotate. Okay. Well, hold on and look at my lovely drinks there. It looks and sounds fine. The vertical is sideways. Oh. That I don't know how to fix. Okay. I don't know. Let me go over here. And let me go in here. Launch it. Let me see what I'm seeing. Because I'm using Streamlabs and I've never used Streamlabs before, so the vertical is going to be kind of crazy. I don't know. Let me see if it's letting me in this one. Oh, darn it. Okay. Okay. I'm going to flip it around again for a second. I'm going to get it hooked back up. Oh my goodness, I'm so sorry, y'all. We're going to get started on this momentarily, and I really don't know how to fix the sideways. I wonder if so sorry, if I had used my phone instead. Oh, it's going to take me a minute to get this all jerry-rigged back to where it was. I apologize to anyone I'm making motion sick. Oh my goodness, that's even worse. I apologize. Urgh. See all my table mass here. All right. So you said it's sideways. Now it's back upside down, right? Fix it in a minute. And it's sideways on the vertical, which I really genuinely have no idea how to fix. Okay, so that's going to take me a bit. 1 minute and I'll get this back, and then I think I can get it flipped properly. Oh, technology is so much fun. Especially when you're trying something new. That's the one I need. Okay. Now, what I'm going to try to do, as you said, needs to be flipped around. Okay. Shit. Oh, it's going to fall right out. What did I do wrong? I may give up and go vertical. No, I can't do that. Well, I can, but it's just going to be really hard. Okay, what I want to do is this right here. But I'm having a real hard time getting my camera hooked up the way it needs to be. I'm so sorry, y'all. This is a little brutal. And the fact that the vertical is horizontal is not great. What are you seeing on that? Are you even seeing yarn? What are you seeing? Because the other day when I tested this out, it wasn't like that. But I wasn't actually live, so. Okay. Is that tolerable positioning? Let's see. This way a little bit. We're going to give it a shot. Let's see how that's looking. Hi, Scully. Let's see who else. Okay. So the problem is, Chuck, not only would he normally be on his way to work, he actually had to work a different shift today. So I'm gonna be watching the horizontal. Am I missing? This is good. Okay. That was a wild time fixing that webcam. Okay. I apologize to anyone who now needs to take motion sickness pills because yikes. I watched enough of that to know that was a little yikesy. All right. Let me talk about all the things. First of all, the tutorial I'm going to be doing is Camille's Creations Ripple Blanket. wait, what's it called? It's called Double Crochet Ripple Blanket. It's in the description, the actual tutorial. Hi Lily, you were in, yes, this yarn. Okay, I took the ball band off because I'm using one of these little yarn genies, so I can outside pull. See it, so it slides off and on it there, and it just spins around. All right, so you'll get to see that. That'll be fun to watch, I'm sure. This is the yarn. Thank you for saying that you love the yarn, because of that reminds me to show you. This is called Carry On Colorama Halo, and it's a bulky 5. It says 6 millimeter. I'm actually going up to 8 millimeter. In Camille's video, she does a 4-weight yarn, which technically this kind of is, by the way. It kind of is. This color is called Snapdragon. This was a gift from Deb Morgana, this yarn. However, this is a premier yarn. I put, oh, this one's Yarn Inspirations. I lied. Never mind. But I did put Camille's premier yarn link down in the description box. So if you're going to check out some yarn and look for something similar, go down into the description box and check out Premier. See if they've got anything that's similar. This, like I said, this is Snapdragon. She used a 4-weight yarn. This is technically a 5-weight yarn. And she used a 6.5 millimeter hook. I'm going to actually use an 8 millimeter hook. Because I only have 2 balls of this. So this is 481 yards. So I have 962 yards of this yarn. But she said it took 1220 to make the size she made. So my goal or hope is, first of all, for Boggy Creek, Camp Boggy Creek is for kids with medical conditions, so they can go to a summer camp where they can be safe and have any medical care they might need, but still just be kids and not just be defined by their whatever's going on with them medically. So that's what I'm making this blanket for. So it will get donated. It's like the name of the yarn fits. Yes, they actually named this color quite well, right, Magic Frog? Hi, Lexi, how you doing? And yes, it is. I'm mildly obsessed with Colorama. this yarn right here, Colorama Halo. Mildly obsessed. So yeah. So Camp Boggy Creek, again, they give blankets to kids that come in, and their parameters are 30 to 40 inches wide. So I'll probably aim for in between there, and 40 to 50 inches long. So that is why I have my Winnie the Pooh measuring tape. That's the centimeter side, that's the inches side. I love my Winnie the Pooh measuring tape, and he pushes his nose and it goes back in. Anyway, so let's see if I missed anybody else. Now, Camille, if you could in the chat keep an eye on the vertical. If I'm missing chat over there, because I don't know. Right now on my phone I'm watching on the horizontal, so I just don't know. Now in Camille's video, she does a chain. Oh, I wrote it down. Yes, I did. I actually wrote the instructions down, y'all. I never do that. So, but I already got her permission. She did a chain of 12 plus 3, a multiple of 12, and then plus 3 after you've done your multiple of 12, and then continued on. I'm actually going to start this as a foundation. Because there are no skipped stitches, hopefully this is close enough to see. I'm going to aim that light just a little bit differently. It's kind of dark now, it's shadowy. Is that worse or better? I don't know. I think it's better. Alright, so we're going to still make a slip knot. That's how I make my slip knot. I cross it over and then I pull it through. That's what I do. Everybody does slip knots differently. However you do a slip knot is fine. So instead of doing a big chain here, what I'm going to do is I'm going to chain 2. That's not going to count as a stitch. and then I'm going to go back in to this back bump here, and then we're going to start what would be technically her row 1, but I have to do extra steps. So I'm going to show you how I'm going to do that. Oh yes, please, Rose Tube. Are you following this tutorial? You trying something different? Let me know, Rose Tube. It's probably just Rose, but I'll call you Rose Tube. Hi, Moon Rose. How you doing? I know this Colorama Halo yarn is amazing, and I figure a yarn like this that's going to be self-striping would, I believe this would be called, versus variegated. Like this here would be called variegated because it's just little specks of random color, whereas this is definitely stripes. Anyway, so I yarn over, sorry, I don't even know that I said that. So we're going to yarn over and go in the first, if you can, back bump, but the first chain. I had it and then I managed to lose it. All right, get in there. All right. And then we're yarning over and pulling through. Now here's where this is wildly different. And get to see how that spins. So I've got the 3 loops. Now normally a double crochet US terms, I would yarn over, pull through 2, yarn over, pull through 2. But this is the foundation chain. So what we're actually going to do, and we're going to do 2 different things at this start, and I'll explain that one when I get there. So we're going to yarn over and we're just going to pull through 1. That creates the chain that we didn't make. Now I'm going to yarn over and pull through 2 and yarn over and pull through 2 like a standard double crochet. However, the beginning of her row 2 is that you do an increase, a double crochet increase, which means 2 double crochets in the same stitch. So to do this, scooch left. This way, so, toward the yarn or toward the counter. Toward the yarn or toward the counter, so that I know which way is left to you. I'm terrible with left or right. I think you mean this way, because I kind of remember that when I was looking at the vertical toward the yarn. Is this a good spot? Are we good now? I know I have to wait because there's delay. And I need to go back over in here, and then I can see. Now, is that all the chat, or is that just the horizontal chat? I can't tell. I cannot tell. Oh yes, go for it, Rose. It's actually a really simple pattern. But if you want to do like a standard way, you're going to do a multiple of 12. So 12 chains, 12 chains, 12 chains, as wide as you want. And then when you get there to the width, then do 3 chains more. Then you're going to turn, well, and then you're going to go back on that, and in the 4th chain you're going to double crochet, which that will be your 2nd double crochet technically in that. This is good now? Okay. Okay, so on a foundation, the only thing I can't do a foundation with is if it has any skipped stitches. This does not have any skipped stitches. So in this first stitch, we need a 2nd double crochet, which is called an increase. So we're going to go in here and we're going to yarn over, and this time I don't want to chain because I want to be in the same stitch. So I'm just going to yarn over and pull through, yarn over and pull through. Okay, so there are 2 double crochets in there, and then that starting chain that we're just going to kind of ignore. Okay, the next instruction is to do 3 stitches of double crochets. So we're going to yarn over into this stitch, grab the yarn, pull up a loop, so we've got 3, Remember, we now need a chain, so I'm going to pull through 1, yarn over and pull through 1, yarn over, pull through 2, yarn over, pull through 2. We're going to do that 2 more times. Again, this is all I'm doing is changing it to a foundation because I think, well, I'm weird that way and I prefer it. But I also kind of like to see if I can do it on something I've never tried before. I've done an increase on it before, but we're about to get to something I haven't done before. So we have, in the first stitch, we have 2 double crochets. Now I have two chains and 2 double crochets, separate stitches. I'm going to do 1 more. So there's number 3. And as you all can see, I really need to do my nails. I will probably do a nails live tomorrow. Yarn over, pull through 1. I don't know when though, because I have kind of an insane day. If I'm going to do it, I'll do it probably kind of early-ish, which would be like 10 a.m. Mountain Time. Okay, so we pulled through 1. There's our 3rd chain. Yarn over, pull through 2, yarn over, pull through 2. Okay. So, first stitch was an increase, as in 2 double crochets in the same stitch. Yes, ripple blanket, not C to C. Yes. There it is. So this is, yeah, thank you for catching all that. So, Camille, are you in the vertical or the horizontal? Or are you going back and forth? Just so I kind of know what's going on. I don't know if this chat is both or what this is. More people on the horizontal. Okay. Okay. How will that become a ripple? We're about to see that. Okay. So one of the things Camille says in her tutorial is that the first stitch and the last stitch is always going to be an increase, so 2 double crochets in that stitch. Then between peaks and valleys, we're always going to do 3 double crochets. Now we're about to do the first valley. This was what I had to figure out and I hadn't done as a foundation stitch before. So it's called a decrease or double crochet 2 together across two stitches. So I'm going to yarn over. I'm going to go in here. See how I've only got 2 loops. It's easier with bigger hook actually. Yarn over, pull through that one. Well, I need my chain, so I'm going to do my chain. Okay, so far this is all normal. This is where it's about to change. Okay, to do 2 together, we're going to yarn over and pull through 2. Okay. But I stop. Now, this is supposed to be across 2 stitches. So here's what I'm going to need to do. I'm going to need to, because again, I'm doing this as a foundation and not chaining and then doing all these stitches. Okay, so I'm going to yarn over, so I'm leaving those 2 loops. I yarn over, go in under those 2 loops. Oops. Is it still in a good, am I still in a good spot, y'all? Especially if you're looking vertical. And pull up a loop. We're going to yarn over and pull through 1 because we need that chain to have our stitch count correct. Then what we're going to do is we're going to yarn over and pull through 2, yarn over and pull through 3. So that creates the decrease. Okay, but we still have 2 chains there. Here we had 2 stitches in 1 chain. Here we have 2 chains that made 1 stitch. Okay, I know this is a little strange. Hi Izzy, how are you? Hi Jason, how are you? I hope the show went well today for Andy. Hope she's not too wiped out. Why is there green in them? Oh, this Nick. this. So this is something it spins the yarn, so I can pull from the outside. That's what's going on there. So yeah, it's called, is it yarn holder, spindle? Yeah, yarn genie. I've heard it's the cord to hold the yarn, right? Exactly. Thank you all for answering him. All right, so what we've done so far, again, this part would be technically her row 2, is we have an increase and then 3 stitches with double crochets, then a double crochet 2 together decrease, so 2 stitches turned into 1. Now I need to do 3 double crochets again. Remember, we're going to yarn over, go through those 2 loops, yarn over, pull up. But remember, we have an extra step because I'm doing the foundation. If you follow her tutorial and you just do your chain, you don't have that extra step each time. You can just do the stitches. But I have to create the chain and then yarn over, pull through 2, yarn over, pull through 2. So there's 1. And then hopefully my mild counting is not too obnoxious if anybody out there is counting. There's my second. And the biggest thing is to make sure when I'm doing these that I'm always pulling through 1 first, creating that chain. That was my third. Oop. Oh, you know what? Nope, I need to back up. I just remembered. Okay, I need to back up to where I put 2 together because that's not the whole valley. I got to do that again. I got to do 2 together again. I wonder if Camille said that. Anyway, if she didn't, she wasn't saying. Oh yes, I love this yarn genie thing. It's amazing. For outside pull, it's fantastic. All right, I'm trying to catch everybody. I'm not doing a thing you do. I'm not doing a thing. You do a thing. Okay. Okay. So I had to go back to the 2 together because I actually need to do 2 of those, and that was my bad. All right. I wrote it down and I didn't do it. All right. Yarn over, pull up a loop, pull through 1. So remember, this is going to be that 2 together, but I'm doing it as a foundation, so I have that extra step. Pull through 2, but leave those 2. Okay. Yarn over, go under those 2 loops, pull up a loop, yarn over, pull through 1 because I need the stitch. Then we're going to yarn over, pull through 2, yarn over, pull through all 3. So that took those 2 stitches that I kind of created, turned them into 1. All right, now I'm going to do 3 double crochets, but again, I have the extra step. Now, again, it was more, I kind of wanted to see if I could do it with a foundation. And I have found that well, if I can, I tend to prefer it. I don't know that this is going to be any faster than, I did a chain, right? Yes. 2, 3, and you're all seeing my nice loose tension. As we like to joke around here, I'm a very loose hooker. Loose stitches all the time. Okay. Okay, let me see if that's 3. Yeah, that's 2 decreases. So it's an increase in the first, 3 regulars, 2 sets of decreases, then 3 regulars. Now we're going to do 2 increases. So to do increases on your foundation, again, this is the part I'd done before. I had not done the decreases, so I just practiced that today. Oh, we're going to show your comment there. You're fine. Nick, yes. Your tension is loose as well. Sometimes we end up using more yarn. That's why, part of why I hook size up to kind of compensate, because then I'm getting more for that anyway. So yes. Okay, so for an increase, we start just like the same. We're going to yarn over, pull through 1, and yarn over, pull through 2, yarn over, pull through 2, so that we have a double crochet. But this time, to do an increase, what we're going to do, we're going to yarn over, we're going to go in here, we're going to pull up that loop, but we're not going to make another chain. So we're going to actually pull through 2, pull through 2, because then those 2 are in this stitch. Oh, you're lefty. You're naturally a lefty, but you crochet right. Yeah, I think my grandma did that too, but I'm not sure because she taught me, but she was left-handed. So I have to do that again. So that's, can you see that there's 2 stitches in that one chain? Okay, so this time I have to make the chain because I'm in the next stitch to make the chain, and then yarn over, pull through 2, yarn over, pull through 2, as if it's a normal double crochet initially, except for that first I had to make the, I got it caught under there, that was my bad. What did I do? What did I do? When I was showing it off, I messed it up. Hold on. Okay, now I got it. Okay, now the yarn is not caught between the parts. That could sound not okay, but we're just going to move on. All right. Am I upside down? Where am I? Okay. I don't know if you're noticing this, but when I am crocheting a foundation, I don't hold my work sideways. I hold my work vertically. I don't know if that's normal for everyone else when you're doing a foundation, but that's what I do. I don't know if you noticed that, which is kind of, I suppose, a little strange. All right, so remember I have to do an increase, but in my second stitch, so I already created the chain, so I'm going to go in there again, yarn over, but this time I'm not going to make a chain. So I have 2 double crochets in each of those 2 stitches. Now I'm going to do 3 regular foundation double crochets, which go into that stitch. Okay, you guys are all very chatty. Do you hold it vertically? Okay, so do you do that on all your, is that the way you're supposed to do it? Okay, I literally don't know because I don't remember what my grandma taught me, and when I relearned how to make things other than kitchen scrubbies, it was all, did I do wait a second, I'm not sure I did a stitch. Hold on. I was watching on YouTube, so I don't know what's traditional or not. Somebody was saying, oh, it was Linda Saxaida. She was saying that somebody told her, oh, don't use size 7 needles on that size yarn. I'm like, use whatever size works for your pattern. I don't know. Okay. What are we telling Arity? Congrats. You got it. I am so glad, Arity, because Tunisian's fun. And in my whole moving stuff around, I had to make sure that my second Tunisian did not actually show. There's a lot of projects you can get made. I'm probably 3 rows from my second one being done. Well, 3 rows, which would be back and forth 3 times. But anyway. All right, there's 1. Now I need to do 3 of those. So when I get to the 3rd one, so first I chain and then double crochet. And then y'all hardly ever see me, well, in live you pretty much never see me actually crochet. So this is a wild time, and then I had all the tech problems, but hopefully it's all worked out. There's 2. And then remember, when you're just doing regular ones and you're doing a foundation, you gotta pull through 1 first and create that chain. And then pull through 2, pull through 2. Okay. You can kind of see me get a little closer to the yarn. I think that's more central. You can kind of see the shape now starting. We've got one valley and one peak. And there's 3 regular double crochets between. I'm definitely not even close to how far I need to be. So now we've done, let me just double check. Yes, I've done my 3. All right, so this is going to be the decrease, the foundation double crochet decrease, or 2 together, however you want to phrase that. So on the first one, we need to make the chain. Well, actually, for both of these, we have to make the chain. Yarn over, pull through. We pulled through 1, now we're going to pull through 2, but we're not going to finish it. And then it's spinny, spinny. All right, let me see. I cannot keep up with the pattern. Yeah, am I kind of going faster? It doesn't make more sense to hold it vertically. Yeah. Oh, when you do the link stitches, that makes a lot of sense. I didn't think of that. Yes, okay, yes, you can lurk, Linda. That's fine. I'm sure you've watched Camille's version, and you prefer chaining to foundations, right? Am I remembering right, Linda? If you're too tired, you don't need to answer, but okay. Now I'm going in here and yarn over. Remember, I have all those extra loops on there. I have to make a chain. So go through 1, then pull through 2, then I pull through 3. Now I have to do that again to create this valley. I'm sorry, Rose Tube. Are you trying to keep up with me, or are you trying to follow that tutorial? Have you done the foundation like what I'm showing, where you don't do the chain, you just go with the pattern before? Because that matters. I'm just trying to help Rose. And yes, you go ahead and go to sleep, Nick. I understand. This, again, you can watch Camille's pattern. These are not very expensive, so get yourself one. It's awesome. I like this one better than the magnet because it holds a heavier ball. Oh, you're so sweet, Arity. Well, that just made a whole noise. Trying to capture. Okay, so yes, good night. That's so sweet. You're so sweet, Arity. All right. So that was 2 together. So yeah, this is I might do a whole tutorial on this, but again, where from? Oh, it came from my computer, because that's what part of where I'm watching the chat. Maybe that's what I should do. Maybe I'll click into the vertical on my... No, that's not showing. It's not showing me vertical. Well, darn it. I can't see myself vertical on the phone. But I have my computer open where I thought I was going to be able to see both thingy-doos, both versions, but... Oh, that's fair, Rose. That's completely fair, Rose Tube. I get it. So I am under that there. So I need to pull up a loop. And what part am I on? I am on the part where I need to go ahead and make a chain, because I'm making a second stitch. And then, wait. Yeah, because I'm starting the second one. And then yarn over, pull through 2, and then stop. Okay. Where's my chain? There it is. Okay. Yarn over, go in, pull up a loop, yarn over, pull through 1, yarn over, pull through 2, yarn over, pull through 3. Now we have our 2. You can kind of see it. I know it's fuzzy. I'm going to lift it up the best I can. Oh, I need to get back in and see what it's looking like, if I'm centered enough. Where's the holder from? This one I think I ordered from Temu, but that was a mistake because I had to glue two of the parts back together, and one of the parts I could not get it to glue together. So I do recommend Amazon. I don't know why it hid that message. Yes, I will do that. What I'll do, Nick, is I'll find an Amazon link, and then I'll DM you is the post, because there's this whole thing about how Amazon like tracks the thing, so it needs to be from a post. So then click into the post, then click into the link. Okay, they're inexpensive, but I do like. There's much nicer ones than these two. The brand name ones are much nicer, but my issue with the Temu one, it was broken. Did it show this? Oh, these. Yes, I love these because, again, even though this is a big hook, this feels nicer to me. And this little tiny hook, you can see the hole is pretty small, but look at how tiny that hook is. It's tiny. I think that's a 1 millimeter or maybe smaller. Anyway, yes, if you go in my posts, Arity, there is a post where you can do that. I had to glue it because they were broken. So that's a shipping problem, but that means it wasn't packaged well. So that's what I would say. Better brands, you're not going to have that problem. Right? Isn't this already so pretty? So that's the second valley. And I wrote down that you want to, your end part should be a valley, 3 double crochets, and end with an increase. So whenever I get close to my length, I need to check that, but I'm not even close. Oh, you already bought them. Do you love them, Arity? Oh, I love the Caron Halo Blue. Oh my gosh, that's one of my favorite colorways. Yeah, Sam, I had to, she asked if I had to glue it because it was broken or because they didn't fit. It was because they were actually broken. And this one I couldn't get to stick, but because there's a piece that was on the top there. But it's long enough that it works. It's functional. But this, I had to get this top chunk glued back on, and luckily that one did glue on, no problem. The other one, I just couldn't get it to stick. All right, so I've done 2 decreases, again, with creating the 4 chains there, but only 2 stitches up here. Now I'm going to do 3 regular double crochets, but again, I'm in the foundation, so I have to do a yarn over, pull through 1, create that chain, and then I pinch it so I can hold on to it. So it's easier for me to go into. And then yarn over, pull through, yarn over, pull through 1, yarn over, pull through 2, pull through 2. There's 2. I got a chain there, right? And I let go of that chain, so it got kind of mushed together with that back loop. Alright, yarn over, and this is my 3rd one. Yarn over, pull through 2, yarn over, pull through 2. Let me check chat again. The counter thing. Did you get one like this, or did you get the pink counter thingy? This is a counter. So I'm on my first row. I will click this when I finish rows. When I finish my row, I will click this. The other way you can do this that is probably more of your generation. I've seen a lot of crocheters recently, and of all generations, they'll get one of those popper things that goes from 1 to 100, and so then they push the popper down when they finish row 1. So you can get a popper thing, or you can get like this. It's literally called a counter. It's a row counter. Now, if I'm counting stitches, if I have a long, when I was doing this, y'all, I finished this. It's so freaking pretty, but I was putting a stitch marker every 10. So when I stitch count, that's how I do it, with stitch markers, and then the row counter. I'm going to tell you that kind of heavy. That scarf. You'll get to see that on Tuesday, okay? Get to see it. You'll actually get to see me wearing it. You know that. I can touch wool, and I have no problem, but wool on my neck, it made me a little itchy, but that's where we're okay. Okay, so we did our valley, and now it's time for, and I'm using Camille's terms. Now it's time for the peak. But yes, Arity, this pattern is great. You certainly don't have to do the foundation way. You can just do the regular. Just follow her tutorial if you don't like the foundations. Yes, thank you for asking. I mean, it's already looking so nice. And again, this yarn was gifted to me from Deb Morgana, and I have set it aside for the purpose of a Boggy Creek blanket. So, all right, so we've got our valley, we've got 3. So now we're going to do increases. Now this is kind of the opposite of what we just did. So we're going to go in as if it's normal, pull up a loop, go through 1 to create the chain, and kind of pinch it. Okay, and then pull through 2. Pull through 2. I might pull some yarn off of this. I'm feeling my tension is kind of weird. All right, am I in the right spot? All right. Okay, but I need to do an increase. So this time I'm going to go in that just as if I've been doing it the same old thing, but this time I'm not going to pull through 1. I'm going to pull through 2 and pull through 2, because that creates 2 stitches in 1 chain. Now I got to do that again. Yarn over, put it through, and then this time we need a chain because we're in our second set. And over, pull through 2. And see, I collapsed it a little bit. I think my hands are sweaty, probably because of all the stress of my technology being goofy. Okay, this time we're going to go into that chain. We're going to pull through. We're not going to pull through 1 because we don't want another chain. We want 2 stitches in the same chain. So 2 sets of 2. Let's see how wavy that is now. So you can see how that's looking. It's getting quite that shape. This is, let's see how many inches that is. 9 inches. All right, I'm trying to pay attention. The scarf is gorgeous. Yes, this scarf, but seriously, y'all, it's okay. Number 1, it's very heavy. Okay, it's very heavy for the size it is. I attached that because this is again for a friend's 70th birthday, and it's this hook. But it's so darn pretty. So this yarn is classified bulky weight 6. It's not really. It's like barely a 6. All right. But yeah, you'll get to see all about that on Tuesday. That's an MJ's Off the Hook, which is Crafting Kitty's Creator Spotlight. There are some MJ's Off the Hook patterns in Camille's Holiday Challenge. They just weren't what I specifically was looking for at the time for this friend. That's the only reason I didn't choose one of those holidays. Oh, I finished another holiday thing today. But then I'll probably wait for FO Fridays. I'll probably send it to Camille, but let me make sure I've got 2 increases there. Yep, I've got 2 increases. Okay, time for 3. All right. Yeah, it came out. It's so dang pretty. And I took a picture of it on my mannequin all the way down so you can see how long it is. And it was only 60 stitches around, so when you see how long that is by using the giant hook. Okay, I'm doing 3 regulars here. What was I saying though? See, I haven't even gotten to use my red thingy because my counter, because I haven't finished row 1. Foundation rows take a little longer, but I like it better than, I think the edge is cleaner. Oops, yarn over. The biggest thing is paying attention to making sure that you always get your stitch count right on the bottom. So that's where I'm having to be very careful in my decreases and increases. And even just the regulars, sometimes it's really easy to get kind of lazy and forget your chain. All right. Hi, Sniper Boofy. I'm sorry. I did say hi to you earlier, and I think I asked you which one you were doing. Are you on the horizontal? I think you're on the horizontal. Yeah. That's usually where you watch, though, isn't it? You're in New Jersey. New Jersey? Is that right? That's where Nick is, too. No, Virginia. You're in Virginia. I'm thinking I need to get one of those scratch-off maps. I actually have a scratch-off map. But I think it's just U.S. And we could start scratching off states, because I think that's fun. The idea that I passed on to Linda Suxida. Well, she's got a world one. I don't think mine's world. I think mine's just US, but I'll look. That I already possess. I already own. So this is foundation. Is that 3 of them? Hold on. Uh-oh. Did I do an extra one? I might have. Yep. I actually did 2 extra. Okay. Frogging is just part, but the key is catching your mistakes early, right? I'm triple checking where those stitches are. Hold on. There's 2 stitches in that one. Did I not do 2 stitches? I'm going to pull all the way back to here. Alright, there's 2 stitches in there, and I need 2 stitches in the next, and I'm not confident that I have that, so we're going back. But like I said, the sooner you catch the mistake, the better. And as you can see, this yarn frogs great. And my kitty's wanting to come up. Come on, kitty. Come on. I don't know if she'll get on the camera, but she's meowing at me. Come on. Come on. Come on. There she is. There is Missy. I thought she was going to sit on my lap. What was I thinking? Of course she didn't do that. And there's Missy. All right. Hi, kitty. This is Missy. I think I actually pulled through 1 instead of pulling through 2 and 2 and made a chain. Okay. I really can't see my work when you're standing right in front of me. No, I cannot. You're very sweet. I have nothing you want, though. Thanks for your rear end in my face. That's lovely. Thank you, kitty, for moving. At least I can see my work now. She is a sweetie, but I don't know. Yeah. Oh, yeah. Because you're not you're not like one of those Jersey boys. Or what? Wait, what was that show called? You really can't do my work here, kitty. I guess it's the Missy show for the moment. Hi there. She's such a sweet little girl. She's such a sweet little girl. You see her little white paws? They're so cute. She's kind of small compared to... She's actually very average size is what the vet told me. But she seems tiny next to him because he's a big boy. And that's her son. Wait, if you've seen my Garfield... Not actually Garfield because he's not all orange, but oh my goodness, the personality is there. He's a lazy dude. And very food motivated. Yeah. Okay. So I've got, all right, Missy, seriously. She never does this when I'm crocheting here. Like, so it's because I'm live. Oh, she's going to scratch for us. How nice of her. She's just too cute. Thanks to Moonrose. Oh, hi, Breezy. How are you? Yeah. Oh, yeah. See? Yeah. She's rubbing herself against the hook because this is the cat. Let me see if I can find one. I've got some bamboo hooks that have teeth marks in them. Not my furls, thankfully. I'm just trying to find one that has teeth marks in it so I could show you. And now, see, she smells them and she wants to scratch on them. Okay. Here, scratch on this big hook. Scratch on this big hook. I don't need this big hook right now. There you go. I still can't crochet with the only one. Hi, Chef. Yes. Okay. So no, you're not crazy. So I'm doing a trial of this. This is on Streamlabs where it's showing it on vertical and horizontal. So you can you can watch or pick which direction you want to watch. So yes, it's Streamlabs, and I learned this from Crafty Witch. So this is just a trial. I wanted to see if it worked. Had a little bit of trouble at first, and now right now Missy is decided she is the show. Are you going to come down now? Are you done? Or are you going to lay on my hand? No, she's gone. I had a feeling she was done. She was done with the her 15 minutes of fame for the moment. We'll see how long she leaves me alone. Now she's just on my lap, but I think I can manage. But anyway, so Crafty Witch goes horizontal and vertical all the time, and I wanted to see. The problem is I can't on my phone see the vertical, so I've had to rely on other people telling me, coming back over here and telling me. It's not actually two channels, it's just two directions, so you can either get it through the vertical shorts feed or you can get it the way you normally do. It's just my one channel, yes. But it looks like two channels because it's playing two different ways. My cat is now watching you. Oh, that's wonderful. Let's teach your cat to crochet. I'll have to post the picture I just posted of Missy, the one that was just here, trying to crochet. Well, she wasn't really, but she was on my lap, invading my workspace with, I had a blanket on my lap and I was crocheting, and she put her paw or arm or however you want to call it in such a way that it looked like she was crocheting. So, okay, that's two coming out of there. Okay, now three. I'll get through this. The pattern is super fantastic, and it's just because I added the layer of doing this with a foundation instead of just chaining and doing the stitches. And again, I'm up hook sizes from her, but I'm also up yarn size. And now the kitty hair is in my nose, so hopefully I don't get too sniffly. I'm not allergic, but you know when they get in your nose and it just tickles because it's like teeny tiny hair and it's kind of soft, but alright. So when you do the foundation, regular old double crochet foundation, it's pull through one, then two, and two. Okay. I saw the cat on the vertical. Yeah, because she was right here. You're allergic. Oh, I'm sorry. A lot of people are allergic. It's a very common animal allergy. My son-in-law is allergic, but more allergic to dogs, which that is not the typical. That's an increase. Okay, 3. Okay, so now we got to do that weird decrease one, right? Yep, that's a peak. So time for a valley. Okay, so we yarn over, go through there, pull through 1 to create the chain, pull through 2, but we don't finish the stitch. Yarn over, go through the chain we just created, pull through 1 because this time we want 2 chains, and pull through 2, pull through 3. In the vertical, am I still in the right spot? Because I feel like I've moved over, but I can't tell. You let me know if I need to adjust anything the next day. Oh, you know what? That won't work. I don't know. My yarn should be slightly different. All right. Oh yeah, and it's telling you how you can drop your channels. Now is a good time while I'm trying to figure out. I'm not, my parents are. Hold on, Rose Tube. I want to see that picture. Oh yes, I will. You know what? I'll put it on my posts. It's really cute, and then you can kind of see her face. And you didn't really get to see her face on that little cameo appearance she just made. 1, 2, 3. Oh yeah, we just did a decrease. That should be 3 regulars. 2, 2. Okay, that was a decrease. So now I got to do another decrease. But we still need the 2 chains, because again we need our base to have the right stitch count. So chain 1, which is the pulling through 1, and pull through 2, don't finish, yarn over, go in there in that chain, yarn over, pull through 1, now pull through 2, then pull through 3. But yeah, I can do that right after this live. Oh, hi Blair. Very nice for you to be here. I like your new name, Hooked Blair. I think that's cute. And yeah, it showed you how to drop your channels. You're welcome to do that. This is a good time to do that because then I can focus on counting, right? Okay, so there's a valley again. Let's look at how that's looking. I like the shape of it. I like the gentle shape. I really like this pattern, Camille. So I recommend this, Arity. Again, you don't have to do it the foundation way. Do it the way she does it in her tutorial, if that's what is more comfortable to you. Like I said, I just kind of wanted to, number one, challenge myself and to see if I could do it with the decreases, the 2 together, because I haven't done that before. I've done the increases, but I've never done decreases. So I was kind of excited that, okay, I can actually do this, because I've been saying that you can pretty much turn any stitch into a foundation or a chainless foundation, or the different names for it, if there are no skipped chains. That's the key. If there are skipped chains, I cannot figure out how to do it without doing a chain. All right. So that was 2 decreases. We're seeing that. Let's see how long it is now. And I'm laying it kind of loose because I could stretch it and get it further. This is my Winnie the Pooh tape measure that I hide if my granddaughter, she's 3.5, ever comes up here. 11.5 inches ish. Okay, so I needed about triple this, what I've done so far. Because for Boggy Creek, again, your width needs to be between 30 and 40. So I'm going to aim for the middle. Because Camille said it pulls in a little bit when you do the second row. So I'm going to make sure I have a little extra in case. So now I'm going to just do 3 regular foundation double crochets, which is you go through, pull through 1, pull through 2, pull through 2, yarn over, go underneath there, pull through 1, that makes your chain, pull through 2, pull through 2, is that 3? 1, 2, 3, okay. Somehow those are easier to count than the increases. This color is Snapdragon, this is Color on My Halo. I know, everybody knows that's what I like. Let's, maybe it's there. Ah! There, I can see you. Okay. Ah, I can finally see. I finally figured out how, Camille, if you ever do it this way, I finally figured out how to see the vertical. Okay. Oh my gosh. I can't believe it was that simple. My bad. I still don't know if I'm seeing all the, just skip change, just chain one extra, then the number of missed chains and worked your stitch as a normal. Yeah. Who are you speaking to? Finished my life. Oh, I'm so sorry I didn't see you live. I'm sorry, Blair. Didn't see that you were live. Did you drop your channel before you went, I hope, Blair? Hooks 247. 35 to 45. I went and looked at a recent video, and in, now it could be old information, but it says for Boggy Creek it said 30 to 40 inches wide and 40 to 50 inches long. Unless what I looked at was outdated. The same name in the specific language? Oh yeah, drop your weather. I'm curious. Oh, my weather is Camille would be jealous, I'm sure. It's true fall weather. It's so lovely. All right. Let's see where I am. 3. Okay, now I'm going to do an increase. So the difference with an increase, we do the first one just like normal. We yarn over, and on the second one we go through that chain, we pull up, but we don't make a chain, so we just pull through 2 and pull through 2 and pretend like it's a regular old double crochet, and then you can see both of those are in that stitch. Maybe they said it wrong. Okay, which video? Again, I just looked at a somewhat recent video and the description, but the description still said 2023, so if anybody can verify, that would be wonderful. I went to the description box in she's got yarn. Oh my gosh, it took me forever to figure out that it's she's with a Z at the end. That was the increase, so now I need to make sure to go in this stitch, yarn over, go in here. This time we are going to make a chain. I was like, cool, I've been saying 34. It was a recent reveal. Okay, so I'm going to check. Because if it has to be at least 40, I don't know if I have enough of this yarn. I guess, I don't know. I don't even know if I have something that would go with it. You know what I mean? Okay, so now I need to do the increase, which is go in that stitch, and pull through 2, pull through 2. Yeah, no, I went in a description box because I was trying to find it, and then I also did, Camp Boggy Creek does have a YouTube channel, so I was trying to see if I could find anything there. Well, I want to do less than 40 inches if I can, because I don't know if I have enough yarn. That's my problem. Anyway, I'll figure something out somehow. I have oodles of Colorama Halo, but this is my only Colorama Halo that looks like this. I have two kicks of it. It's 960. Bye, Rose. I'll get that posted, and you can check that tomorrow of my cat. Hi, ukulele girl. I'd like to aim between 30. Yeah, 35 is what I'm aiming for. 35, 36, something like that. That's, yeah. Okay. Okay. Increase. Okay. Now I got to do 3 regulars. Either way, 35 will work because you said, wait, what did you say that you heard recently? So nice to see you, Rose Tube. And so nice to see you, Ukulele. This is Camille's Ripple. What's this called specifically? Ripple Blanket? No, it's something else. It's in my description box, but I forgot to put the name. Oh yeah, that's cool. Are you doing this blanket? Or is it a different blanket? This is one of Camille's blankets. And then I'm going to do a different blanket for Safe Haven. Okay, Sam. Okay, and as far as you know, that's the most current information, right, Sam? Boggy Creek needs to be 30 to 40 for width and 40 to 50 for height, right? Okay. Okay, wait, I gotta go in this stitch. Wait, not sure I made one. Oh. 6-day supernova superstar. Oh, nice. Thank you so much, Sam. Yes, that's the most current. Okay. Okay. Okay, good. Because, like I said, I went into the most recent Boggy Creek video of She's Got Yarn, but everything was dated like 2023. So I was like, is this right? Why is it doing that? Oh, because I got it wrapped around there. Okay. Gotta be careful with that. That's because I didn't get the nicer brand name one. But it's cute because it's hearts and then they just roll on each other and you can outer pull. I'm trying to figure out. I don't think there's any way I can fix that. Alright, that was one. Okay. Thank you for all. Oh no, that's okay, Camille. I would rather you say what you heard and let me know that we needed to get a verification than make something and it doesn't work, you know? You know what I mean? Maybe that I thank you for saying something. Because I wasn't fully confident, because when I was again looking at that description box, it looked like 2023, and so I was like, oh, I hope this is current. I couldn't find a hashtag for this year, so I typed wrong. You said 30 as well. Okay, already I missed. Two sizes, 35 to 40 or 40 to 50. Weird. Oh, 30 to 40. Right. So yes. So see how I wrote it down. This is what I got from a description box on She's Got Yarn, who coordinates the blankets. That's what I wrote down. And I'm aiming for in between the 30 and 40 wide. No, again, Camille, don't worry about that being confusing. I would rather be positive, and if the values were different, I'd rather know now so I can figure something out to make it work. I suppose I could put, worst case scenario, I could put some beeswax with this, which is the yellow that goes from kind of this deep yellow to a bright yellow in between. I mean, worst case scenario. So yeah, no worries at all. Okay, a Boggy Creek website says, what already says, Afghan sizing guides. Afghans can be crocheted or knitted and should be 35 to 40 inches wide. Okay, so Boggy Creek's website says, okay, I'm writing that down. So yes, Camille, you heard correctly. And my blingy pen. This is from Creatively Crafty Me. I don't know if she's put any content out lately. So 35. Okay, so I need to aim for. I did. In case you were wondering, I didn't put my regular pink cat because I felt like we needed a more pleasant, neutral color background. This is part of a dog bed. I made pillows out of most of the material for my sister, but then I kept it for just laying on because it was her dogs. Anyway. All right, 30 to 35. So if I aim for 36, I'm safe. So yes, thank you. Again, Camille, thanks. It led to additional research, and we're all clear now. Straight from Boggy Creek is the best plan anyway. Okay, well, I just did a peak, so now this is a valley. So that is the decrease, which is I don't finish, I yarn over, go in, do the 1, pull through 2, pull through 3. Okay, do that twice. And I'm saying that because that's where I have been not super consistent about doing them twice for peaks and valleys. Whoop, we're starting to get a color change. Do you see that? It's getting a little lighter. Yes, yours are safe. The 40 to 40 is safe. So okay, that's 1. Wait, is that 2 of them? Yeah, that's 2 of them. All right, 3 regulars. See, it's getting a little bit lighter red there. 3 regulars. Right. I just remember, Camille, you were saying that not catching the 3rd loop. I sure did there. It does happen. Did you guys hear that humming? Oh, it stopped, so it's something somewhere else in this house. It must be my stepdaughter doing something. Do you hear that? Or is that just my hypersensitive hearing? Believe me, supersonic hearing is not fun. Maybe it's just somebody's motorcycle. All right. Yeah. And again, I would do 40 wide, but I'm just concerned I won't have enough. You said your 1,200 yards of 4 weight with a 6.5 millimeter made a 40 by 48. I'm using an 8 millimeter, and this is technically a 5 weight. So I don't know. Maybe I should do a little swatch and figure it out. Yeah, 40 by 40, it's, yeah. Yeah, I've got the other cake. I might swatch a little bit of it and see. This is a increase. I even have my windows shut tonight because there was somebody blaring their car, the music from their car, and I was like, I don't want that music coming through. Didn't change it at all. All right. Okay, this is the increase, so I don't want to make a chain. Just pull through 2, pull through 2. But on the next one, I need to make sure I go through this chain, make a chain, pull through 2 like a normal foundation double crochet. This one, go through these 2 loops, pull 1 up, but pull through 2, and that makes the increase. So again, yeah, look at that. You can really see that color change. Look at that. Well, the problem is, Chuck, I crochet so much differently than Camille. First of all, I'm using a thicker yarn. Secondly, I'm using a bigger hook. I'll just swatch and maybe do 4 inches by 4 inches or something like that, and then figure that out, and then I'll calculate how many yards that is. I guess that will be one of my videos this week. You'll get to see me figure all that out. Do I have enough yarn? That will probably be the title. So I can't imagine, I'll measure here in a sec, I cannot imagine that I would actually get done with this. I mean, how long have we even been on? We've already been on an hour and 20 minutes. I mean, granted, the first 15 was me being ridiculous, trying to get that camera the right direction. Oops. Forgot to do my chain. Go through one. Like I said, frogging is part of ripping it out, pulling it back, is part of crocheting. It just is. It's just, the sooner you catch it, the less frustrating frogging is. Yeah. Yeah. Yeah, I'll do a swatch check. I think that will help me. And then Sam, your idea is quite feasible as well. I've actually got, I could border in something I've got that's close to these yellows. It goes from kind of a goldy yellow to a cream color. Yeah, once I swatch, I'll know better how far, because like I said, let's see how many. It's actually grown quite a bit. It's fun seeing that color change finally. Let's see. How many inches is this? My adorable Winnie the Pooh. I hide this, like I said, when my 3.5-year-old granddaughter comes in the room, because I don't want her to see it, because she'll think it's a toy. She's already stolen one of my measuring tapes because it's fun to push the button. So I'm already at 20 inches. Here's what we can do. Do I have my little scale here somewhere? I think I do. I'd rather use my little scale. Where did I put that little scale? I just used it the other day. So I was going to weigh my yarn. This yarn right here. I don't know how to measure. I'll just measure that. Is that a full inch? Yeah, definitely an inch. Maybe a little more. Yeah, you run errands. If you see anything weird in the vertical, please let me know. Like I said, I can't seem to get to the vertical from my phone, and I don't know why. Let's see. Oh, Andy's on. Oh, and I need to go back and watch Margaret's from this morning. Okay. Ooh, maybe I figured out how to do the vertical. Nope. Not letting me in that one. Well, I don't know. That's so weird. Okay. Not letting me in that one. Okay, I'm going to just have to use my big scale. Give me a sec. It looks like some people are over on the vertical, and I apologize that I'm not over on the vertical. I don't know if I'm seeing both sets of comments. Just one errand. Yeah. Running to get more peanut butter? Just teasing you, Camille. 35 to 40, 40. Okay, so now we've had 3 verifications. Hi, Mona. That it's actually, I'm about to do something to check. I'm kind of swatching in theory here. I'm going to have to do some math too, y'all. So, you don't have to do the math. I'll do the math. Don't worry. I don't know how accurate this is going to be because I'm going to do... Is this the one that doesn't have ground? It doesn't. We're going to do ounces. Let's see if it registers. No, it doesn't register. I need my little tiny scale. Yeah, this one's not going to work. I need to find my postal scale. Try it again. So it just gave me a number. Nope. Nope. My little tiny postal scale. Where is it? All right. It's part of the game, yeah. the yarn chicken game, right? I just used it the other day. Okay, let me put this back down so it looks nicer. We can't do the math right now anyway. One of the things, like I said, I wanted to show that regardless of the stitch, you can, oh, maybe I can do it that way. Let me see. Regardless of the stitch, you can, as long as there are no skipped stitches, that is essential, you can turn any stitch pattern that doesn't have skipped stitches. You can do the foundation. You don't have to do it with the chain. If it has skipped stitches, you have to do it with the chain. All right. Let's see where I am. 2 increases, 3. Okay, so I got to do the double crochets 2 together. And again, I don't know if I'm seeing vertical chat or not. Refresh chat. I'm going to go to live chat. I think somebody just came in. Was it Renee? No, just Mona. Mona and Mona's weather. My weather is quite lovely. Oh, and another thing, you can't type in here, so I have to have it open. Okay, manage, dual output, vertical, okay. Close that, I don't know. Like I said, it's not letting me in the, do it with a skipped. You can do it with a just chain for the number. But then that would be, your chains would be on the top and not on the bottom, right? Have you done it? Hey, Sam, if you want to do a tutorial and tag me in it to show me what you mean, I would love that. Now I'll send everybody on over there to see it. All right, so this is the decrease one. Oh, fun. Okay, so this is how you decrease in a foundation. So we're going to chain like we would normally. So you go through 1, and we're pulling through 2. We're not going to pull through the second 2. You yarn over, go into that stitch, but we need another chain because technically we're supposed to be putting 2 stitches together. So we go through 1, then pull through 2, then pull through 3. And that makes the decrease. Okay, 1 stitch, 2 stitches. Can you all see that? I don't know. 1 stitch, 2 stitches. All right, now into here, do that again, because every time you do one of these peaks or valleys, it's twice. So go through 1, go through 2, don't finish, yarn over, go through 1, yarn over, go through 2, go through 3. Do I have my 2 chains there? 2 chains, 1 stitch. Okay, we're good. Top chains between the stitches. Okay. Okay. Yes, Sam, I think I understand, but if you wanted to do like a short or something to show me, I would really appreciate it. Would love to see that. And I like your teaching style, so pretty confident I would understand it. Doing 3 regular ones. Now an increase one. Okay, I'm trying to pay attention here. That's it. Yes, thank you. Thank you, Sam. Just had me so I watch it. So cute. Okay. Oop. Pull through 2 because I'm doing an increase. Okay. Now I'm going to this stitch. Sorry, I got quiet there. This time I do need the chain. Pull through 2, go in the stitch. This time we're not pulling, making a chain because we're doing an increase. And again, you can see that there's 2 stitches in there, 2 stitches in there. Now 3 regular foundation double crochets. And again, this is Camille's pattern, so especially if you're not going to do the foundation, go to her tutorial. Well, either way, I go to her tutorial because I'm not teaching it. Just kind of showing it with the foundation. And you can see that color change. It's kind of a deep red, and now it's like almost a pink. It's not quite pink. I don't know. Maybe it's pink. And then hopefully I can find my small scale. It's in this room somewhere. In all my organization, I hid it for myself. I thought it was on this shelf behind me. Maybe it's on the bottom. Here? No. Okay. I gotta let it go. Gotta let it go, let it go. Okay, increases 3 regulars. Okay, here's the decrease. Okay, let me get back in there. Is that any better? Oh, she's carrying high. How's she feeling? Yeah, my mom carried low with me, and that's why they assumed I was going to be a boy and didn't pick a name for me. 2 strands. I carried relatively high with both of mine. Both of mine were girls, but that's the decrease. Oops, did I pull through one? Hold on. I don't know that I did. Okay. I don't think I did. I pull through one, pull through two. Whoa, I definitely messed something up here. Hold on. Sorry. All right. That was my 3, so now I need to do a decrease. Okay, that's where I was. Let me go back and see if I just realized I. Oh no, that's Sam. You frogged the whole thing and then realized there was no mistake. She's feeling good. That's good. Just tired. Well, she's got a ton of kids, so I think it's normal to be tired. Due in April, okay. But she was always. I was always early too. One, two, three. Okay. So go through one. Oh, Missy's headed this way again. She's going to most likely make another cameo appearance. Sorry, I'm not explaining this anymore. It's the same. I just need to make sure I did it right. 2, 1, okay. So with the decrease, you have to be really post a picture, baby. Oh, on Camille's. Okay, nice. Oh no, 209. Oh my gosh, Sam. 12 rows of 295 stitches. That would make me cry a little. I'm not gonna lie. I would be very sad having a frog that much. Whew. Because I was doing that animal blanket with 120 stitches across it. Was it crochet or knit? Not that it matters all that much, but I'm just curious. I think that would be a brilliant idea, Chuck, to go over and help your family out that way. Like, that is priceless help. I remember my daughter said what she needed with Christmas presents. If I give the kids Christmas presents, there is Missy making her appearance, making it impossible for me to work. And she's standing literally right in front of me. Right in front of me. You silly cat. I can't see my hands if you stand right there. This cat is all about being on camera tonight. What's your deal? What's going on? She's such a sweet girl, though. All right. But yeah, my daughter said if I get them clothes for Christmas, part of the gift needs to be me coming over and doing laundry. So, so that's like literally so helpful if you went over and did that. First of all, play with the other. Missy, I can't see what I'm doing. Sorry guys, I don't know if that's super out of focus. Alright, she's moving on. Guess I didn't scratch her enough. At least I can see. $300 change. You're doing 300 change. Moonrose. Woof. Knit. Oh, see. Oh, that's painful frogging. My understanding is that knitting takes, generally speaking, a little bit longer time. Less yarn, more time. And so, that much work. And oof. Well, what size yarn were you using? I guess that would matter too. I'm trying to learn those plies that the Australians use. So I don't mind if you use plies with a translation, so to speak. It'll help me learn it. Because this is a bulky 5, or chunky, I think is what the Aussie or the Brits call it over there in the UK. That is from my fingertip all the way up to my shoulder, like to my collarbone now. That's pretty long. I'm going to measure that real quick. I don't think I'm done, but I'm just trying to get an idea. Oh, I've got an idea on how I can do it with that other scale. Because I'm a crazy person and have to know that. We are now to, and I'm obviously very poorly measuring. About 26 inches. Ooh, sorry guys. That was a terrible noise. And I was close to the computer, so it was probably really loud. Apologize. I do love the way the color is changing, and this yarn is so pretty. I mean, it's so pretty. I do love this little yarn genie for the outer pole. Okay, about 10 more inches to go. That was 3, that was a decrease, so now it's an increase, right? Yep. Let's see. It's hard to, yes, it's hard to measure, and I don't want to under measure, but I think what I'm going to do when I get to the next valley, this is my increase, so I need to pull through 2, okay. This is the increase, and you have to do 2 of them. Now that deep V, are you going to end up doing a tutorial on the deep V scarf that you're making? Wait. Oh. Okay. This is an increase. I already have one in there. Okay. What is that really obnoxious sound? I don't know. Can you all hear kind of a humming or a buzzing sound? Or is it just, and I'm kind of being funny, is it just the voices in my head? Just kidding. One day, okay. So it's on the list. We'll call it that way. It's on the list. Now you, Camille, in your tutorial, yours was more of a phasing colors, right? Whereas this is truly like striping. Without a doubt, that's striping. I wish I could see the chat in the vertical. I don't understand. And maybe I am, but I don't know. Very slight hissing. Okay. Okay. You guys hear it too, so it's definitely something. I'm thinking it's the water. Okay. Wait. Increase. 1, 2, 3. Okay. I pulled that. I collapsed that stitch. Okay, right there. Collapsing the stitch. That was the thing that was the hardest to not do with this hook. I had to make sure I was pinching those stitches so they wouldn't pull down like that just did. Whew. Okay. Okay. Look at the pretty yarn. I'll be right back. I'll be in the room. I'm just gonna go check. I have a suspicion by Premier. Sweet Roll Frosties, yes. And there is a Camille's Premier affiliate link is in the description box. You can check that out. You hear the hissing too. Okay, so I'm in the room. Let's see if it's this water. I think it might be my cat's water. Let's see if I add water if it stops. Definitely worse in this area. Nope, still there. No, it's still there. It's definitely not in this room, but it's coming through. Cat's water was low though. I had water sitting here to pour in a bottle. Not that I give my cats bottled water, just to clarify. Shoot, it's still there. What other ideas do I have on what the heck that noise is? This is Colorama Halo. Okay, it's driving me crazy. So I'm going to go try one more thing to get rid of that humming sound. That made it worse, I think. Did that make it worse? Open this window and see if it's outside. No, it's not outside. I don't know, maybe it is. I don't know. I don't think I can get rid of it. I'm so sorry, y'all. We'll hang in there. Man, I don't have the air conditioner. I don't have a fan going in here. Like I said, all of the cat things, I just checked. There's enough food in there. Food, the little robots aren't running. Their water was slightly empty. It sounds like it's in this wall that's like right here behind my bookcase. But opening the window at least muted the sound a little bit. I'll open this window too. I could close the window earlier. Sorry, that was my clackety clack shutters. I had to close the window earlier because somebody was blaring their music in their car. So is that a little less annoying, that buzzing? Yeah, so yeah, my air conditioner isn't going. I don't have a fan running because yes, absolutely. And then again, I know the cat's water fountain can be hypersensitive sometimes. So that's why I thought, or make buzzy noises like that if it's low. And it was pretty low, so it needed water, but sadly that was not the source. And I'm still hearing the source, but hopefully the crickets that you can hear, if you can hear them, make it better. This is a decrease. I gotta move that a little bit. I finally figured out how to see what the vertical is seeing. I still don't know if I'm seeing all of the chat or just the horizontal chat. I don't know. You can still hear it. Yeah, it's bugging me, but I'm so sorry. It's bugging me for sure. I'm hypersensitive. It's something outside the home, though. It's not. I don't think it's something I can control, unfortunately. It'd be nice if I could control everything I want to control. Okay, I don't know where I'm at in this. Okay. Ugh, very annoying. Alright. Stitch. Over 2. Yarn over. In here. Stitch, which is 1. And pull through 2. Oh, how did I get 4? Oops, I did 3 stitches. Oopsies. There's my 2. Whoops. Alright. Alright. Two stitches down here, 1 stitch up here. Alright. I think it finally went away, whatever that sound was, at least for the moment. Oh, my cats are spazzing out. Missy is, Missy's lost her mind a little bit right at the moment. Oops. Another decrease. So, I don't know if she's going to jump up here or not. Let's see. I wrote the words vertical chat and the vertical, if you can see the word vertical. Nope, I sure can't. I sure can't. And I don't know how to fix that. And I tried to, like, watch the vertical on my, thank you so much, Camille, I appreciate that. So if you can't see that, then you're, yeah, I think I'm only seeing the horizontal, and my phone, here, I'll show you. Yep. I'll show you when I go to my channel. And I'm right here. Or I hit live. See, you can see both of them. I can see both of them, but it won't let me click into that one. I can't click into that one unless I go back to home. Then I can click in, but it only shows me the horizontal. So, maybe what I'll do, maybe I'll run horizontal on here. I will figure this out. Why is it that some red heart yarn? Yes. Red heart is, okay, I will tell you honestly, on that animal blanket, that is a red heart yarn. That beautiful blue yarn is not super soft. Okay, so we're gonna go, okay, that is Missy running around, if you're hearing that. She's running around like a crazy. Let me see if it'll let me go look at the vertical here on my computer. There. Okay. Okay. Did that fix it? What I just did? I figure out one problem and create another. That's what just happened. Okay. Okay, now I fully know what I need to do in the future to see the vertical and see the horizontal and not have problems. All right. Thank you all for your patience with me figuring out this different platform. Okay. I'm going to do 3, and then I'm going to measure again. All of this tech stress gave me a headache. Hopefully my mistake there didn't give anybody else. See, it collapsed down. I hate when the stitches collapse. Alright, I'm just going to redo it. I really don't want collapsed stitches. Alright. 1, 2, 3. Okay. So we just did a valley, and according to, I just need to see how close I am to the right length, because Camille's pattern says that you do a valley and then the 3, and then you end in an increase. So I'm going to attempt to measure this. Is my setting on slow-mo or something? No? That's so weird. Okay, on the vertical it feels like it's slow motion. So hopefully I can see it. Yes, that's right. Oh, relatable, Camille. It's a little, it's close. Now it's quiet. Okay. But can you hear me? Now it's quiet, but can you hear me? Because I'm kind of facing away from the computer, but okay. Did it just buffer? I think it just buffered. Hi, Ina. On the Ina Marina? Ina? Maybe it's Ina. How are you? Here's one of my vertical people. So yes. So now I've finally figured all of this out, so I can manage both platforms. And I can see what you're seeing in both platforms. Alright. Oh, I was going to measure. See, I forgot what I was doing. I think this whole thing gave me a headache. Not bad, though. Mild. No biggie. Do my best to measure this. Now this, the problem with my Winnie the Pooh is it only goes to 40 inches, I believe. Okay, let's see. This is definitely going to be a give or take. That's why I know I need to be, I'm right at 30 inches. Okay, so I need to probably do one more set. I need to be beyond the 35 to make sure. It's a running stream of consciousness. Okay. The one on the vertical is spelled I-N-A-H. Lexi, you wanted to name a girl Ina? Ina? Which pronunciation? Ina or Ina? Yeah. And I'm the other way. I like need noise, or I have buzzing in my head. So, yes. Good times. Okay, now I need to do 2 increases. So, I wonder what Mona's up to these days. So, yeah, I'm going to try to pay attention to the vertical chat now that I actually understand what's going on. Throw some hearts in there. I almost made a chat goal, but I'm glad I didn't because of the chaos of the beginning of this live. And then me just now figuring out how to get on the vertical and then not get the echo. Yeah, it's been an adventure tonight, right? Thank you for going on this adventure with me and being patient with me as I figure stuff out. Because I think there is an advantage to having it show on both platforms. What do y'all think? I mean, I forgot to do my single. As you all stated, I have way more people in the vertical, in the horizontal, but that's because that's the one I can see and I was chatting with. I only have a few in the vertical, and that's okay because, again, I wasn't talking to them, so they kind of. Did I make a stitch? Yes. This is my increase, right? Oh my gosh. Increases, right? Yep. Okay. All right. Can you all hear the crickets if I'm real quiet? ADHD, okay, to address what y'all are talking about, you're kind of talking about ADHD brain and does painting help? Painting is way more relaxing to me. Like crochet, I tend to have more of a, it's almost like more like a task I want to complete. So I function a little differently with painting. This is me, I don't know about Camille. But ADHD, to answer your question, is a spectrum. So, like, how it impacts people, and particularly how it impacts females versus males, or men versus women, or girls versus boys, whatever, however you want to say that. Those with a Y chromosome and those without one, we can go that way. In how it manifests or shows up tends to be very different, number one. And number two, there are levels and it's a spectrum. So somebody could have ADHD, but it doesn't impact them in the way that it does the next door neighbor. So I had many a student with, and I'll use autism, it's not the same, but I'll use autism. All of these kids were, had the diagnosis. Only one of them was the stereotypical, he walked in the door and I knew he was on the spectrum. I knew it. Because he was classical presentation. I might redo that stitch. That bottom stitch collapsed down too much. So, I need a third. And the others, did not have what people perceive that to be. ADHD is very much the same way. One of my very, very brightest students, he had ADHD, so my deal with him was when he was working on problems, he could stand up. If he needed to stand up while he was taking his test, he could, but I'd have him sit, quote, stand, in the back of the room, where it wouldn't be disruptive to anyone. So it's but it was only when he was concentrating or working on something that he could listen to you no problem sitting there. No problem at all. I feel like there's 3 stitches there. There's not. That's okay. But man, when he was concentrating or working on something, he had to stand up. And so that's an accommodation we figured out that worked great for him. But he was my only student that had ADHD that was like that. So everyone experiences it a little bit differently, even though, yes, there are a list of, oops, I wasn't supposed to, this is a decrease, symptoms and whatever. And some of the experiences are shared or similar. But, yeah, again, having been a high school teacher, I saw the range, and then I have someone in my household that experiences it. Oh, hi, Zach. Okay, yeah. Are you... Oh, I'm glad yes, you were worried that you had forgotten his birthday. Because he's been gone a while, yeah? How are you choosing to, I don't know if celebrate is the right word. How are you choosing to think about him tomorrow? What kind of things do you have planned, you and your family? Or is it just a you thing where you're going to do something? Zach is who I'm talking to, if you didn't figure that out. Because it's his brother's birthday tomorrow and he's off. I'm glad that it wasn't, that you didn't miss it. Every once in a while, my mom's been gone since. Wait. Yeah, that was right. Since 2012. And there have been a couple times that it wasn't until for some reason I saw the date, oh my gosh, it was my mom's birthday. So I get it. And you don't want to feel like you've missed honoring them in some way on that day. But anyway, ADHD is a spectrum. Right, you thought the things you were experiencing were normal. So it turns out that's how I was about headaches. I've had headaches most of my life. And I just thought everybody did. I didn't realize it wasn't normal. Not a clue that it wasn't normal. Now, then it got severe in 2018, and that's a whole different story. But, yeah, just thought it was that's just what I experience is normal. Yeah, right. And this is why, especially people not, like, let's say, Gen X or baby boomers, we were far less likely to be diagnosed with something because, number one, we thought it was normal, so we didn't say anything about it. And number two, I'm gonna measure again. They didn't really have deep understanding of these neurodiversities. I don't want to stretch it out like that because I want it to be accurate to its actual shape. Let's see. Okay. And that says 36/37. What do you think? Let me measure it across my... Okay, it goes from my fingertip all the way to my shoulder. Let me grab the measuring tape and do the same with the measuring tape. That comes out about 37 inches, so I know that's pulling it a little bit. So I think I'm because I'd have to do a whole set more. Okay, so here's my idea. I know the ball will register on the scale. And I can use the ball band and we can learn some math together. Because I know that's why you all came here, right? Just kidding. I'm sure that's not why you came here. You guys wanted to watch me crochet, which I hardly ever do on camera. Okay, we're going to turn this on and take this off that, and let's see how much yarn, how much this weighs. This says 8 ounces. Where'd that ball band go? I had that ball band right here. What did I do with it? Oh, fluffy ninny muggins. Oh, there it is. It got underneath. This is the yarn it is. So 8 ounces, and it started out. Ha! Do you all see? Oh, the vertical. Oh, now it's doing that because. Okay, get ready to laugh. It says 8 ounces. Do you see what this says? I'm gonna push it over more. It says 8 ounces. So what I'm going to need to do is actually weigh the other one. That says 8 ounces even. Let's see what this one says. This says 4 ounces. This is a great scale, y'all. This is 8.5 ounces. Let me throw the ball band on there to be as accurate as possible. 8 ounces. Fluffy ninny muggins. Let's say it again. Now this one's saying 9 ounces and that one's saying 8.5. So we're gonna call it that I have used a half an ounce of yarn. So let's do math. I need to make sure I'm on the screen, on the vertical screen. Looks like I'm okay. Underneath my popcorn hat, it's my expo markers. Okay. So the good news is there's more yarn than the ball band says. So 8 ounces is 227 yards. I probably want it the other way. Yes, I want it the other way. Flip that over. $227. No, that's not right. It's 481 yards, isn't it? That was grams. I apologize. 481 yards is 8 ounces. And we used a half an ounce. 0.5 ounces. And we want to figure out this. So we're going to use I have to use my phone real quick because I'm not going to be in the horizontal chat. Real quick, grams might be more accurate. Yes. Should I do that? Okay, yes, Chuck. Go ahead and, yeah, we did have to, we had to learn to cope, but we don't know how many people weren't able to cope. Here, I'll switch it to grams. I gotta make sure nothing's touching it or it's very inaccurate. Okay, switch to grams. Oh yeah, this one's stupid and doesn't have grams. It only has, let me do the units. It has pounds, ounces in pounds, or kilograms. So kilograms, 0.22. This is kilograms, 0.23. 0.10 of a kilogram is how many grams? Is that 10 grams or 1 gram? 10 grams? I need my Alexa. I know, I really hate it. It won't give me just grams. That's why I need my little scale, my little tiny scale. What's 0.1 of a gram or a kilogram? Is it? I moved 2 decimal places, right? That's 1 gram. I used 1 gram of 200, and that doesn't seem right, of 227 grams? Or is it 10 grams? Half an ounce doesn't seem accurate either. Okay, we're just doing it this way. We're calling it, I'm just going to go with the half an ounce that I started with because I can't find the correct scale. 481 yards to 8 ounces equals X to half. Is that on screen? I don't know yet. I could write 0.5 too, but yeah, it's on screen. Okay. So I'm going to divide that. 60 in a little bit. 1 gram seems about right. It was 0.01. 0.01 of a kilogram. What's the gram to ounces conversion? Is 1 gram about the same as, but 1 out of 227? That seems like I used more than that. I don't know. I need to find my other scale for this kind of precision because this is not accurate. 481 divided by, 60 and 1/8. That's what I thought. Okay. Times 0.5. So it's saying I only used about 30 yards. Maybe that's reasonable. 30 yards of yarn for this, 1 inch wide, 36 to 37 inches long. So how many times does 30 go into 481? I should be able to do that. I think it's 16, but $16 and a little. So about 16 rows. If my rows are really only 1 inch, see that's a problem, because that means, now I do have extra yarn, as we've stated. That means this, let's see how wide it is again. I'm only going to be able to get 16 rows, which is about 16 inches, which that's, and I've only got 2 balls, that's only 32 inches. Okay. Well, let me go grab. Okay, hi Ian, how are you? Both Ians. I got two Ians in the chat. All right, yes, the math teacher's got a math. It's true. I saw the math and came running. Yeah, no, you're not lame. We're in the same company. So I'm trying to figure out. I only have 2 cakes of this yarn, but I have a very accurate scale that shows grams, but I can't find it. So the one I used only showed kilograms. This is how much yardage is theoretically in this cake of yarn. I estimated that this piece that I made was about 30 yards of yarn, which would give me a little over 16 rows, but my rows are only about 1 inch long. I'm so glad you came in with the math. That's so funny. So anyway, those of you in the vertical are, yeah, you might want to pop over to the vertical if you're curious. So yes, so here, okay, here's my thought. Here's these colors, right? Let me go get this other. I don't have that buy extra yarn. See, the problem is this was gifted to me and I don't know if they have this colorway. If I'm purchasing it, I will buy my own. So I'm going to go get the other yarn that might go with this. Because, you know, I have a little bit of color on my halo yarn. I don't know if y'all know that. I have oodles of color on my halo yarn. Let me see if the scale is over here while I'm over on this side of my room. I swore, where did I put that scale? I thought I put it somewhere accessible to me. Clearly, I did not. Sorry for all the noise. Trying to find that scale. Alright. I don't know. So, I have this colorway. I've got 2 of these. So, I could do this and then this in the middle and then the other one. I don't know. What do you think? Like that. So it'd be stripey and then kind of plain in the center. Or do I... Because it's got to be a minimum of 40 inches. And right now, in theory, I'm only going to get 32 inches. What do you think? What do you think? This way? Like this? I'll set it like that. I think that will show. Like that. Or yellow around. The problem is it's such an ombre. A 5-inch border, yeah. So like this. Stripey, yellow, stripey. I could color control and just do the yellow. Yes, I know. Hers, she is, and I knew that was going to be a problem, and that's why I knew this was going to be just do the ombre. Yes, this is a bulky, and she used a 4-weight, and I'm using a 8mm hook, and she used a 6.5. Like add it in between as I see fit. Oh, like when I hit a yellow, maybe do a row or two from this cake, and then start up with that color again, the other colors. Maybe like that. Like add more to the yellow, or between the orange and the, like I'm about to get to an orange. Yeah. Well, so 8 rows of this cake, and then 8 rows of this cake, and then come back 8 rows of this cake, and then 8 rows of this cake. I don't know if that will quite work, but I like the idea. I'm just, well, this is a dilemma. Ian is a weirdo, so I'm specifying which Ian. You're good with the color thoughts too, and I want to use as little yarn as possible, and I know you do this too. Ideas. I've heard that the listed yardage is actually the minimum. Yes, and that's true. Ian is a weirdo. That is very true, because this weighed more than it said on the ball band. Weighed almost an ounce more. So, yeah, 8. I just don't know. I'm thinking, whenever I hit the yellow, because I'm already into the second color and I'm only on the first row. See, it was this deep red, and then we went into this kind of pinkish red. I guess it is just more of a, no, it's a pinkish red. I'm thinking that I'm probably only going to get, by the time I get to the yellow, I think that's only going to be 4 rows. That's a suspicion. I don't know if that's accurate or not. I don't know. Tell her who is. What are you telling me, Lexi? What's Lexi telling me? What did I miss? How many yellow do I have? Of this, I think I have 2. Yeah. I think 16 is the minimum I'm going to get. Yes. 16 per cake, yeah. Thanks, Arity. Yes. Sorry, I'm not being more clear, and I'm this doing both vertical and horizontal is an adventure, so for sure. But yes, the math of it, my math isn't fully mathing. Let's see how long we've been on. I'll come back to the vertical chat here momentarily. Oh, I've already been on 2.5 hours. So 4. So yeah, so if I did 4 rows from the stripy cake and then 3, that might work. Arity, that might work. 4, 3, 4, 3, 4, 3, 4, right? So I should get, that's 64, 4 sets of 4 in theory. The thing with the ombre effect is these 4 rows are probably all going to be light. then it will switch to this medium color, then it will switch to the dark color, which will be fine. There's nothing wrong with that. I mean, you can see how pretty, like, deep dark that gets. It's even darker than this. But that might work. Gotta play with it a little bit. Yeah. Sleep on it, look at it tomorrow. Oh yeah, I love, this is called beeswax, this colorway. I love it. Let me make sure, I know I have 2 in that bag. I need to make sure I have set aside the yarn I need for another project that I'm doing with that yellow. So it's just on the other side of this camera, so I'll still be chatting at ya. Okay. Yeah, I should have enough. That should be enough. That should be enough. I mean, I have lots of different colors of Colorama Halo, but this is the only one that would go. I have the 2 set aside that I need, and then I have 2 in addition. I don't know. Yes, that's fine, Camille. That's fine. Okay. Okay. Thanks, Arity. Thanks. It was meant to be, yes. You're funny. Yes, beeswax. But I just needed to make sure I had enough set aside for that other project, which I'm confident I do. So let me come back to the vertical, make sure I'm not missing anything there. I did something similar by adding yellow ombre to every yellow section. Okay. Okay. Thank you. And yes, and less, oh, more for the aesthetics of it. Okay. Yeah, I'm a penny pincher. I'm not going to lie. I'm a yarn penny pincher. I want to get as much as I possibly can out of every bit of yarn that I possibly can. But if you went for the aesthetic, and that was really complimentary. So you're saying when I hit the yellow, whenever, how many ever rows that is, do a few rows of this ombre yellow, yeah? That's what Ian is weirdo suggesting. I'll just say Ian from now on. I think the other Ian is now occupied. And Arity, seriously, I love the effect of this pattern. Do you see? I mean, it's so nice. Okay, all my math on the paper, or on the... So, Ian, if you didn't know, I stuck a whiteboard to my, like with command strips, I stuck it to my desk. So the whiteboard's actually bigger than the desk, so it made my desk bigger. Because what I do is I do virtual tutoring, and I do like my crochet math on here, and then I just can wipe it away. Now you can see this is a very old whiteboard and it doesn't clean very well, so I have that available too. That's just water. Where's my... This is another reason I got this tea towel with my cat's... It's the secret ingredient, the cat hair secret ingredient, and I can get it cleaner and dry it up. Alright. Earlier, and you missed that my cat Missy was taking over the show. I did some things. Okay, thank you. I kind of vaguely remembered you doing something like that, and so that's why I was asking you specifically. I had a memory of that. Oh, you got to see this too. You'll get to see this on Tuesday. This is a scarf made with the 25mm hook. And it's so, so pretty. I hope that's showing. I hope I'm in the right spot. I think I am. I don't know why my vertical is like way delayed. Anyway. Yes, you're funny. It was meant to be. Let's see. Oh. Oh, yeah, I understand. I understand, Zach. Like, that is one of those things that's like, once it's there, it's kind of there, and kind of process and get through it as you can. Whatever works. That's. All right. I don't know. Should I do more math? I think the texture is. Yes, this with the halo. This is Camille's ripple blanket pattern. Now, in her video, she's using a 4-weight yarn and she's using a 6.5 millimeter hook. Oh, stitch pulled out. I didn't put a stitch keeper in there. What kind of stitch do I need? Looks like I need a decrease. Let me see. Is that a decrease? Okay, nope. Double crochet. Okay. And I'm doing this as a foundation, so I'm doing chainless foundation or whatever you want to call it. Oh, I missed. Okay. And I need to stick an increase on the end here. If this is long enough, which I believe it is for the Boggy Creek. I believe that's long enough because I was trying not to stretch it and it still was hitting 36 inches. Oh, you didn't like the hard stripe that yours ended up being on your halo blanket. Oh, yeah. I vaguely remember that. Okay, so 2 decreases. 1, 2, 3. What's this? Yeah. Alright, and then an increase on the end here. And in theory, this will be the end of the row. And then, is it chain 2 or chain 3? I buried my notes. Well, I buried my notes. She said chain 3. Okay. I'm going to chain 3 and put a stitch marker in this. Or stitch holder in this scenario. Let's see, what stitch holder should I use? I got lots of cute ones to choose from today. What do you all think? Oh, I don't need that needle at the moment. I got my tea set. I got my cat in the plant. And this very dainty princessy kitty. And I've got a gummy bear. Which one would you use? Let me get closer. See in the chat and move that over. What do you think? Which one? Which one? Tea set, kitty in the plant, or the gummy bear? I'm too close. There. That's about right. Opinions? Yeah, I'm loving. I really this pattern of hers is lovely. And I'm going to come back to an idea. So you just did that houndstooth. Houndstooth probably takes a little more yarn, yeah? Is it more of a yarn eater? That's a guess. I don't know. Any opinions on the stitch markers here? This is the tea set, Pretty Kitty, Gummy Bear, Cat in a Plant. Or did I just lose everybody? Sorry, I know it's been 2.5 hours. It's late. You know what's weird? No. Shockingly no, to answer your question about the 25mm. It is my whole hand, but because of, you're a pencil grip, right? Am I remembering that right? I'm a knife grip. It was like, it was more my wrists that I felt it than my hand, to go back to this. Right? Isn't that awesome? And it made the surface area of my desk a lot nicer, or a lot larger. And then has the edge, the ridge, which I like as well. As long as you're not diamond painting, because the little drills get underneath there. Yeah. Okay. Okay, so it is a little bit. Okay. Oh, you are a knife grip. Oh, so yeah, no. If you have wrist issues, no. Yeah. Don't do this. Don't do this one. Because I did notice it in my wrist. Even like doing the motion right now. Where do I feel it? I feel it in my wrist, not my hand. And then you can see that I prefer the foamies. Okay, thanks for clarifying that. I thought houndstooth was a little bit of a yarn eater. Anyway, well, we've got 10 folks in here at the moment. Thank you all for 10 folks on the horizontal. I have no idea how many are in the vertical. I don't know if it shows me that or not. Any opinions on which stitch marker I should use tonight? My little tea set, Pretty Kitty, Gummy Bear, or the Cat in the Plant? Yeah, no, yeah, no, this is a wrist workout. Hi, Lisa. We're just I'm trying to pick a stitch marker. Maybe you have an opinion here. So, and if you didn't know, I'm running it through Streamlabs, and I'm running it horizontal and vertical. The Pretty Kitty. It says the Pretty Kitty. Through Streamlabs, I'm running it horizontal and vertical, and it took me a lot to figure pieces of that out. So I'll get there in understanding how to do it better, but I'm mostly there. So we have a vote for the Pretty Kitty. 6 currently on the vertical. Oh, thank you, Sam. Thank you. Yeah, I don't know why it's not showing me that anywhere. I can only see who's on the horizontal. Not even in Streamlabs. But yeah, I was trying to see how this would go with both the party. Oh, and then this is what I made today. I'm just trying to pick my stitch marker to hold that stitch to go into row 2. I completed row 1, and we've been spending a lot of time trying to figure out how I can make a big enough blanket for Boggy Creek, but I only had 2 cakes of this, so we're going to add a cake of the beeswax that I have, and probably add it in rows, in maybe 3 rows when I hit this yellow. The Pretty Kitty. Okay. The Pretty Kitty has 2 votes. We'll go with the Pretty Kitty. Let me put this back in the little baggie. 2 votes for the Pretty Kitty wins. All right, and then we'll talk about the math. The math of it is that I calculated I could get approximately 16 rows per cake, give or take. Obviously, it's not precise. I did some math real quick, and that's what drew Ian as a weirdo in, because he and I share a love of math. And specifically statistics too, right? You like statistics. Okay, so Streamlabs, this is my first experience with Streamlabs. Thank you for helping me. But this is the pattern. I'll try to show it in a way that you can actually like see it. I am very happy with this pattern. It's going to be gorgeous. All right. Oh, I had it in the blue bag, not in the red bag. It's fine. My needle. I need to put this needle in one of my notion bags, and I'll get myself organized, and then I will address the Streamlabs question, because that's a big question. It's my first time using it. Getting it to dual stream. So Crafty Witch Andy 23 Crafty Witch 232. She always uses does dual stream. So she's got horizontals and verticals going at all times. Well, it took me a little while, first of all, to figure out how to see my chat in the vertical, because it wasn't letting me see it on the phone. And in the Streamlabs, it was only showing me the horizontal chat. I cannot chat in the Streamlabs, so I'm going to tell you all the other things. So, this is one row. I know it's like, I snaked it so you could see it. But you can see the color change there. Went from this really deep red, and now the pretty kitty's on there to go to row 2. When I laid that flat and tried not to stretch, it did come out to 36 inches. Yeah, see, that's about 12. That's about 12, and that's about 12. So, yeah, we're good enough. 36 is good. Now, if you use Camille's pattern, she uses this. This is her pattern. She uses a 4-weight yarn. This is a 5-weight yarn. She uses a 6.5 millimeter hook, and I used an 8 millimeter hook. And I was hoping that the 2 cakes would be enough, but the math says it's not going to be enough. Because she said with the 4-weight yarn and a 6.5 millimeter hook, to get 40 inches by 48 inches, which I'm not going to be that big, she used 1,225 yards. But as far as Streamlabs, I would say a big plus in that this horizontal and vertical, but the fact that I'm having to look in 2 places to see chat, that it's not all, and that might be me not knowing where to do the setting, because I have a feeling there's a setting where I can get all the chat in one place, because I believe Andy Crafty Witch gets all of her chat in one place. But obviously you on the vertical aren't seeing what they're seeing in the horizontal. Like Sam, I am Arity. I am obsessed with color on the Halo yarn. It's so, thank you. Thank you, Sam, for checking that for me. 25 likes on it. That's wonderful. And then Andy's channel just dropped. So yeah, no, it is. Yeah, no, I have a mild obsession with this yarn. This is like a borderline addiction. This is why currently I have in the vicinity I'm going to say 30 cakes. 30 cakes of this yarn. Different colorways. Like I said, I have 2 of these that are available. These 2 were gifted to me, and I said I was going to make a Boggy Creek blanket, Camp Boggy Creek blanket for them, but with them. And then I was recently gifted a whole bunch more, and I'm going to, with 6 ball, now I'm wondering, I'm going to have to do a more basic stitch than this for the Safe Haven blanket, so that it, what's the least stitch eater? What's the least stitch eater stitch? Because that doesn't have to, that's not for a kid. It doesn't matter if it's a little bit on the lacier end of the spectrum. Because the Safe Haven blanket needs to be at least twin size. And I have, is it 6 or 8? Hold on. I have 6. I told you I'm obsessed with this yarn, but this was gifted to me for the purpose of making a donation blanket. This colorway is called all the same specs. The perfect phasing. I forgot to add that. This one's called Magenta and Mandarin. I don't know. See, but this has a purpose, so I can't even consider using that with that. It's not quite right anyway. The center is, but the outside definitely isn't. But it's 6 of these. What stitch can I do to make it so I get the most out of it? TL Yarn Crafts did a test for this yarn, or for what stitch it uses the least thing. I know Nastasia did what stitches use the least yarn, but hers was more like straightforward stitches. She did do corner to corner, and she did do, what was the other one? Mesh. Maybe I'll look at TL Yarn Crafts and see if, I think single crochet is the worst. Double and triple were the least. Yes, I think that's correct. Is linked double, triple, would they be because you can get some texture with it that way if it uses the same amount. I'm gonna have to do a test. I'll swatch, but I gotta find my postal scale that's accurate, not that big scale that I use to send packages, because not having grams is unacceptable when you're working with yarn. And I have a cute little tiny, oh, maybe it's behind my painting. Hold on. My diamond painting, that is. Did I put it back there? Nope. Darn it. See, I thought I put it on my little corner tablet. No, I'm just blabbing now, so I should probably let you all go. And then go on an adventure to find my postal scale. My hubby's gifted at finding stuff for me, so I'll probably put him on that task. Alright. Alright, yes, I have definitely blabbed long enough. Thank you for helping me come up with a solution. So we'll just add one of my yellow ombres. Perfect phasing. This is colorway Beeswax. This is colorway, I already forgot, Snapdragon. So, and worst case scenario, I can buy more of this. I believe Armchair Chef Lori has more of this I can buy from her if I need to. I don't think I need to, but we're gonna see. Because I should probably only use one of these, but we'll see how it all comes out. Alright. Well, you all have been absolutely amazing. Oh, hold on. I just missed a comment from Ian. Don't think linked was in there. Yeah. Yeah, you know what, Ian, I think I'm going to make a video with that. Comparing the linked double and the linked triple, because you get that cool texture. Does it use even less yarn than a regular double and a regular triple? I'm very curious now. I'll make a video because I want to know, because it's logical, right? Our math brains go, I yarn over less, just like yarn under uses slightly less yarn. But oh my gosh, getting my brain to do yarn under is a whole different problem. All right, I should definitely let you all go. But yes, Ian, I'm gonna do that. I'm gonna figure that out. I'm gonna swatch a couple things, 4 inches by 4 inches or something. But I gotta find that other scale because otherwise I won't have the right accuracy, and I want it to be accurate. Because I think it's going to be minute differences, especially with linked versus regular, right? It's going to barely be a difference, but I'm curious if there's a difference. 4 inches by 4 inches should be enough to have a difference between the two, right? I think. Anyway. Okay. Sam, you've been incredible. Am I looping? Am I? Did it buffer? Did it do something? Oh, you're right, Arity. That's true. Let me, you know what? If I do 3 rows, or till I get to this yellow, and then I weigh it, hopefully having found my little scale. I'm not looping over right. Now, do you mean on my hook? You mean on my hook? Am I looping over? I tend to yarn over. Yarn under it's supposed to, and there's my cat. If you didn't know, this is Missy. She has now visited us 3 times. I'm lucky if I get her to visit once during Alive, and today we get her 3 times. There she is. Oh. There's the kitty. This is Missy. And she is like, why aren't you done and giving me my nighttime treats? That's why she's here. Now, she's a pretty standard size, kind of small-ish cat. Well, and then my other cat, Flynn, the orange and white kitty, he is not little. He's down to about 15 and a half pounds, though. So he's good. Anyway. Yes, good night. And I should definitely let everybody go on folding laundry. Okay. So, I do. This cat, it's lives. Missy likes the lives, and Flynn likes the pictures. He does not let me take the picture without him in it. They are stars. Little cute. And I will post that picture of her crocheting, and I use that loosely. I'm going to go ahead. You know what, Ian? If you're still listening, I know you said goodnight, but if you're still here, I'm going to post it on your Facebook, the picture of this cat trying to crochet. Or maybe I already did. Camera 1, camera 2, yeah. Experiment with one more thing. That's how I operate, Sam. Let's experiment. Turn off the vertical live. Turn off the vertical live, but not this one. Okay, I don't know. I don't know if I could do that. Let's see. It says, so, okay. Sorry. Manage dual output. No, it's not letting me, let's see, with the vertical. No, that's not it. So again, I'm still learning to see if the humming hissing is having 2 going. Oh, no, the humming hissing was in the wall. Are you still hearing a humming? That's the fan from my computer. Sorry about that. That is because my computer is mad that I'm running it hard. If you're hearing a humming hissing now, I know exactly what that is because I can hear it, and I know it's the fan I have running underneath. Here, I can see. Let's see if did it go away? Because I just unplugged that extra fan underneath. Is that better? That's a different hissing humming than I had going earlier. That, whatever that was, stopped. But if that It is the computer. Okay. That was the computer. Okay, I'll remember that. I need to turn off that fan if I can when I start to hear it. But it was a different hissing, buzzing noise earlier, but yeah. It's not gone for you? Oh, darn it, Sam. But yeah, I could hear. Yeah, the actual computer fan is still working, is running. You might be hearing that, Sam. You might have super sensitive hearing, like me. Okay. I can see where I can end the stream. There was a couple places I looked. It does not look like I can stop vertical and not horizontal, but that's not what the noise was for the most part. Yeah, the noise got quieter, right? Because I unplugged the fan. I have a fan underneath my here, I'll show you, since it's unplugged. Generally, I have this running underneath my computer. But I could hear it running, and it was running really hard, and so I just unplugged it. But yes, I do have some computer noise still. And that's just the internal fan, and I obviously can't turn that off. That's a bad choice. Anyway, did this stop? No. It's all right. All right. Well, I think I'm satisfied with that. And let's see how accurate Arity is. So, for most people, me unplugging that fan took care of that extra noise. It's a different noise than I was hearing. Again, it's just me looking at this. But yeah, I really should probably get going because I've been blabbing forever and I know how I operate. I have 2 appointments tomorrow, so. And I might try to do a live because my nails are a mess. But I'm happy with this. Let's see if Arity's right. If that foundation row just took a little extra yarn. Hopefully I can find my postal scale and I can get an accurate thing. And I'll do a video. Maybe Wednesday's video will be swatching to see double crochet versus linked double crochet. And then doing the math. Well, just weighing it, actually. We won't even worry about the yardage for that. But this, by then, I'll have the 3 yards done, and we can include, did that foundation row take more yarn? Which, logically, yes, you've got an extra stitch there, right? Because you're doing the chain. Well, we'll see where I get, and thank you for the help in organizing. I don't think the 2 was going to be enough yarn. I don't think it was. So I think, and then should I pull from the center or outer pull on this one as well when I hit this yellow here? What do you think? Yeah, it is. There is a faint thing, and like I said, I think it's the internal fan now on the computer that's making that noise, at least from where I'm hearing it. It's not the same buzzing that I heard earlier, which was somewhere over near the cat's water. I really appreciate everyone's help. I like the ideas, and my head is a little spinny. I find mixed feelings about the Streamlabs. Was it helpful probably running vertical? Yeah, I probably got different views, but we'll see. I just wish all the chat, I just got to figure out how to get all the chat in one place. There's the settings. Is that settings? Oh, nope. That is not what I wanted to do. All right, that didn't help. Yeah, if I can figure out so I can see all the chat from both streams in one place. And then this is kind of ideal because again, you're hitting a different audience with your vertical. All right, I can tell chat's a little quieter, and I think it's probably because I've said goodbye like 75 times. And I appreciate all the input and help for everything. And then there's the result from today with the little pretty kitty. And I'm going to let you all go. I appreciate you and all your help. Please try out this pattern, Arity. I definitely think with the blue color on my halo, this is just going to be, this will be a gorgeous blanket. And you can make it whatever size you want. Because you won't have to fit specifications. Anyway, and oh, it's so soft. Oh, are you back? Are you back, Sniper? Okay. I'm still figuring a lot of this out, but yes, I really need to get. Oh yeah, well sometimes you're a growing teenager, so. Oh, have fun at the birthday. All right, we're just finishing up, but I did finish one row of this. I think it's long enough. I'm going to measure it again tomorrow after it's been kind of sitting, because I really want to make sure it's long enough. If I have to go one more set, I will. Oh, Sniper, I'm very tired, and it's hitting me hard, so I definitely need to go. But thank you for coming back in, and I appreciate it. And I apologize that I need to get on my merry way. Thanks for all the experiments we went through tonight. And then I want to see, Sam, I want to see that tutorial of how I can do something with skip chains. I want to be able to do it with the foundation. I just want to. Oh, yours is coming up. Wow. You're like, my daughters have birthdays really close together like that too. Good night, everybody. Thank you. Thank you. I appreciate all of your help and support tonight, especially with the beginning part and then with the vertical issue that I was having. So I apologize, but I think I've got all those kinks worked out. I just need to have a better way of handling that. So, all right. See you all later, and thanks for coming in. Can I get an amen? And Monday's video and Tuesday video already uploaded, so they're ready to go. And I'll probably do another Decade Divas on Tuesday, because Camille, I believe, is Tuesday, right? Anyway. Oh, yeah, no, I understand, Arity. Well, her pattern is in her tutorials, okay? And it's one of the few blanket patterns in. Go to Camille's channel. Well, the link is in my description box, so you're good. Okay. Y'all are the best. Whenever, Sam, it's not urgent. I just would love to see it. It's something I want. So just when it fits in your schedule. I appreciate it. Yeah, oh, too many already going. Yes, well, I have too many already going right now. That means this is my third blanket on the hook. Yeah. So you'll probably see this one live a lot. Like I said, I'm going to do a couple rows, not live. And then I'll probably talk about it in a video, and then I'll do some more live. Yeah. Oh, my kitty. Yeah, she's a pretty kitty. She's a very pretty kitty. I'm going to put a post with her holding my crochet hook. It's really funny. So you all can see her face too. She's a beauty. This is pretty too, but the kitty is pretty. Anyway, y'all are the best. And thank you, Arity, so much for the gift. That was much appreciated. Oh. Yeah, I find Sniper, I legitimately find your material fun to watch. But I don't do those things because I do run into everything. So yeah. Yeah. So yeah. No. I don't know. I'll figure this vertical thing out eventually. Vertical horizontal thing. All right. Okay. I really need to go now. Y'all are the best. Thank you.